if you want to go from the 1 to the 6, what you need is a passing chord. Okay, so today what I'm going to show you how to form passing chords, and specifically how you can form your own, how you can come up with your own different variations of the passing chords. Okay, so let's say we have a song like As the Deer, right? We're going to use that. I think we'll use that example for all of it. So okay, so that song, we're going to do that out of the key of C. So the song goes on from the 1 to the 7 to the 6. Okay, so before you go to that 6 or the A minor, what you can do is play like a passing chord before you get there. So for example, okay, this is an example. So today I want to show you how you can come up with your own passing chords. Okay, so we're going to start a little bit beginnerish, and then afterwards we'll move to slightly more nicer chords. Okay, so the first thing you need to remember, right, is I just want you to remember this. For all the passing chords that we're going to create, we're going to base it off 3 different chords. Okay, and generally speaking, the passing chords you do over the 3. Okay, so we're going to go 1 as the deer, 5, and then we're going to go 3. Okay, so over that 3, that's where we're going to do the passing chords. Okay, so there's 3 different kinds of chords that you need to remember for this one. Okay, it's augmented, and then we have the dominant chords, and lastly we have diminished chords. Okay, so we're going to use some kind of variations. We're going to start with those 3, and then we're going to start getting into different variations for that, and show you how you can come up with your own chords. Okay, so in order to a passing chord, let's say for example we want to go from the 1 to the 6, the strongest note that you have that will pull you towards the 6 is the flat 6. Okay, so you'll see, generally speaking, I think most all the passing chords that I'm going to show you has this flat 6 in there. So let's say, so this is what it sounds like. You see it has that pull, it's almost like you need to resolve it to the 6. Okay, so the first chord we have is the augmented chord, and all that is basically C, same C major that you usually play. Now you add that flat 6. Okay, it's that easy. That's how easy it is to come up with the first one. You just go from the G to the A flat, so you raise that flat 6. So how that would sound is, okay. The second one we said was a 7th chord, like a dominant 7. So what that chord is, remember we're doing everything over the 3. So in the key of C, 3 is E. So we need to play like a dominant E. So that's the chords. You have E, A flat, B, and D. Okay. So the main thing that makes that dominant sound is this D over here. Okay. So that gives it. Otherwise, this is normal E major. This is E7. Okay. E dominant 7. Okay. So remember, it still has that flat 6. Remember the flat 6 we spoke about earlier? It's there, and now we have the D as well. So this was the first chord. The second chord, essentially adding the D. Okay, so that's for the dominant sound. Now remember we have augmented and dominant. Okay, now the last chord is a diminished chord. So the note we're going to add now is, that's the diminished chord we're going to use. So that's F, A flat, B, and D. Okay, so the 3 chords, augmented, we add the D to give that dominant sound, and then we have the diminished chord. Okay, so all those 3 chords you can kind of use as passing chords. Okay, so now that you understand that, now we want to get into something. Okay, I'm just want to give a demonstration quickly so you can hear how all three of them sound. We'll start with augmented. Okay, so that's the augmented. Dominant. It sounds similar to the augmented chord. Now the diminished. Okay, so those are the three chords. Now we're going to use that as a bass. But what we want to do, we kind of want to expand upon that. Okay, so what we're going to do is, okay, remember the most important thing that you need to remember. If you want to go to the 6, you need to play the flat 6 before you go. That's the main thing. That's the most important note that you need to remember. And then everything else just kind of falls in place. Okay, so we have the flat 6. Remember that dominant chord? We said that the note that you need to play is the D to form that dominant. Right? Okay, so now we have the A flat, we have the D. These two notes are incredibly important for creating passing chords that takes you to the 6. Okay? Those two notes. So now what we can do is, you can keep the C major in the Z. Okay? And remember what those two notes, A flat and D. If you take the D, take an octave lower. Okay? It's still the same thing. And now we play the C in your right hand. Okay. So we can also play this voicing over the 3. Because remember, the main thing that you need are these two for the passing chord. In our right hand we can just play a normal C. Because remember, if you play this this chord, the augmented chord, you're still basically playing a C. It's just now you're adding the flat 6. So we have the flat 6 there, and we have the dominant. Now we're just playing the C this side of it. So basically any of the C's will work. Okay. I can make it sound even fuller by adding the C and playing like a full C. Okay. Okay, and how that'll sound is, so that's the first one that I want to show you. The next thing that you can do is, since you're playing a C in your right hand, there's a little thing that you can do is, you walk up to the C, go like a half step down, so from the B to the C. Okay. Okay. And you can do the same thing like with the inversion of the C. So we have C here, we have C, you can take it off step there. We have this C, you can do the same thing there. Okay, so next thing you can do is, you can even come from further now. You can even come like 2 half steps down. So now we went from B to the C. What you can also do is go down a further half step and go B flat to B, C. Okay, so okay, so that's another option. Sorry. Now, there's a common one that just want to throw this in here before I forget. I'm sure you've heard this one before. Okay. So if you look at that, E, E, okay, so these are the notes of that chord. you look at the chord, it has the C, it has the E, and it has the G, which is your C major chord, right? C, E, G. But what other two notes are in here? A flat and D, which is that exact same chord I just showed you. Remember those two important notes, the flat 6 and the dominant. Okay. Okay. Just want to throw that in there. Okay. So now I want to get to a slightly uglier chord. Okay. So this chord, remember the first chord I gave you was the augmented chord, right? Okay. And generally, the scale that you can use over the augmented chord is like the whole tone scale. Okay, whole tone scale. So all that the whole tone scale is, for example, from the E, the whole tone is from E you play whole tone, and then from the F sharp you play whole tone, then you play whole tone, whole tone, whole tone, whole tone. So basically from here you skip a note, play the next one, skip a note, play the next one, skip a note, play the next one, skip a note, play the next one. Okay, so that's the whole tone scale. So the next chord I want to show you, you're still using the concept of the augmented chord, which is the flat 6 that goes to the 6, but now you play the whole tone scale. Okay, but what this chord is, it's a bit of an ugly chord, but you'll hear it used often. You play the whole tone scale, but you keep those notes in over the E. Okay, so here's the whole tone scale. But I'm keeping it there, okay? So that's a chord. Okay, it's a bit of an ugly chord. Some of you might like it, others might think it's a bit ugly, but maybe later on you'll start. Well, I think the more you play it, the more you get into it. Okay, and you'll hear this a lot played by guys like Mike Burrell and dudes like that. They like this dissonant sounding chords. And if this is a little bit too ugly for you, what you can start doing is, remember, this is just the foundation. This is the idea. So what you can do from here is you can make the sound a little bit more open by taking out. Okay, we have our E here, but we don't want to. Okay, I'll keep that there. We have our D. I'll take the D out. I think I'll take the C out as well. Okay, you can use that as a. It's still based off of this idea, but you're just taking a few notes away to make the sound a bit more open. Okay. Yeah, the guys generally do this chord after they do the chord, they usually like pause a bit, just almost like that. They want that sound to sink in a bit. So. Okay. That's the next one. So the last one I'm going to show you is the diminished chord. Okay, so once you get bored of just playing the diminished chord, what you can start doing is drop 2s. So you take this B away, play it in your left hand. Okay. And so. Okay. And once you're bored of that, use the same chord and you take the second note in your chord. In our case it's A flat, and you play it up a half step. You take the chord in your left hand, play that up a half step. And I'm sure you've heard this chord a lot, they use it a lot in gospel. Okay, so you come from that chord, go down half step. Okay, so you might not have heard it like that. This is how you might have heard it. What that is, it's the same chord, exact same chord. The only difference is now I'm sliding from the G to the A flat to the A. So basically I'm doing a grace now. Same thing left hand. Okay, so that's the next one. The last thing you can do, I don't want to cover too much. I want to try and keep it simple based off the augmented, diminished, and that dominant. Okay, so the last thing I want to show you of the diminished is simply the different inversions of the diminished chord that you can play. So this is the diminished chord that we're basing this off. So what you do is you take the lowest note, play it up high, you keep the rest, you keep these three. Okay, you take the F play there. So that's the next inversion that you can play. You do the same thing there. Go to the 6. Okay. And once you're tired of doing that, or you want to do something different, do drop 2s. So take that away. Do the exact same thing. To the 6. Yeah, so that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something. Remember, the main thing is if you want to go to the 6, you need to play the flat 6 because it has the strongest pull to the 6. And then the dominant 7, the main thing that makes a dominant 7 is the D. So those two, it's a tritone. That's the most important thing that you need to remember. And then you can get creative with your right hand. So I hope you enjoyed the lesson. I hope you learned something. If you did and you want more, I shot a video where I showed 10 of my favorite chords and licks. So if you enjoyed this video, I think you'll enjoy that one as well. Just click the link below and I'll send you the video. So that's it, and I'll see you next week. God bless you. Bye bye.